Hi YouTube friends, how you doing? So today I'm going to be sharing my favorite primers and powders of 2019. I said I was going to split my products in a few videos just because there's so many and I want to make sure that I mention both high-end and low-end in the video. Only in my mind it makes sense to do primers and powders, but I mean, it is what it is. It is complexion at the end of the day and I want to break them down. If you're new here, my name is Angie. I hope you stay and subscribe to my channel for more beauty videos. I upload 2 to 3 times a week, and without further ado, let's start. Alright friends, so let's start with primers. I have to be honest, I didn't used to wear primers. I thought wearing my moisturizer was more than enough to hold on to my makeup, but I discovered that that's not the case. So I really got to love primers in 2019 and I'm going to share my favorite ones. So the first one, let's start with the drugstore because this is a new discovery for me, but I've been using it for maybe a month or a month and a half, and it is my e.l.f. blurring primer. This primer, you guys, it is so this guy from e.l.f. is really nice because it actually helps to hide your pores and it's gonna like even your skin tone. I don't know what it does, but whenever I put it on I feel mattified. I feel like all my face is just like unified and like really poreless, and I really like this guy. It's super affordable. I feel like e.l.f. really kills it when it comes to primers. They have it really nailed down. I like the blurring primer and I also like their glow primer. I don't have it here because I actually have it in my washroom upstairs. It's a really glowy primer and I use that almost every single day. So that's like my most used primer, but I have it upstairs. I couldn't bring it down, but I'm gonna show you a picture up here of what it looks like. It's in a same kind of bottle. It's a squeezy dropper kind of thing, but it's a glowy one. This one is more mattifying, so if you're a little bit oily or if you suffer from pores, this is gonna be your guy. And then e.l.f. putty primer. I mean, everybody in their mama knows this guy. It is super nice. It fills your pores. It just like evens everything. You're like perfected kind of makeup skin. How I like to wear this guy is just like everywhere, all over my face, and then if I want to really concentrate in some areas, I'll pat it, mainly on like smile lines. I'll pat it, and then like over here around my nose. That's it. But the e.l.f. poreless putty primer is also a really good from the drugstore. Another favorite of mine of this year is this Wonder Glow Illuminating Primer. I got this in one of my boxy charms and I've been hooked. This was at the time a newer product from Wonder Beauty, and it is a mix of oils and whatnot. It says, bring out skin's inner radiance with our illuminating oil. Light diffusing optics deliver instantly luminosity, while a potent blend of our signature beauty oils and antioxidants help brighten, moisturize, and improve the appearance of skin over time. So what I really love about this guy is that even though it's a primer oil, it's super lightweight. It soaks into your skin. Whenever I put it on, my skin just loves it and like just drink it all. I really like this guy and I find that when I wear it, my makeup looks really great. I get a really good makeup day whenever I'm wearing that guy underneath any foundation pretty much. I have combo skin for reference, so if you're oily, I know it sounds weird to put oil on your face, but trust me on this guy is just like, I don't know, it's super nice, super hydrating, especially for winter time. Now I've been loving it even more, so I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that guy because I've been on and off using it and I really like it. Another baby of mine is this one by Fenty. Okay, I have to smell it because it smells so nice. It's like florally, it's a little bit sweet, it's just a little bit too good. It feels like a moisturizer pretty much. So this is their, I didn't even say the name, this is their soft Silk Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation by Fenty Beauty. It comes in a pretty pink packaging like this. It looks like I haven't made a dent, but I've used this guy ever since it came out. I never bought any of her primers, so this is my first from her, but I really like it. I didn't have any hydrating primer before I bought that guy, and I wanted to try what it was, even though I have combo skin. It's like a really thick moisturizer, but it stands aware of your makeup, and it just like, I don't know, it's super nice, and it's really lightweight. So I've been loving that Fenty primer, and I wear it mainly under more mattifying foundations. So whenever I wear my Fenty hydrating foundation, I don't usually go with the two hydrating ones because I find that it's a little bit too much. But whenever I'm doing like a Charlotte Tilbury foundation, the airbrush one, which is really matte, I love going with this primer because it balances, you know what I mean? Another great primer is this one by Dior. This is their Dior Backstage Face and Body primer. So this guy also I discovered maybe around summer or a little bit before that, and this one is just universal. Is meant to be catered to any skin type. It is hydrating, but it doesn't feel, you know, super heavy. I feel like the Fenty is a little bit more hydrating than this one, but this one just like perfects everything on my face. Whenever I don't know which primer to, you know, to grab, I'll just go with this one because it's like a no-brainer. I'm not gonna feel super dry or super dewy with it. It's just like a all around good primer, and it's meant to be, you know, used for like backstage kind of makeup. So I'm assuming, you know, it's gonna really stand the weight of your makeup. It's gonna really fill your pores. It's gonna be, you know, the all-in-one kind of guy. So this one highly recommended. And then last but not least, my Tatcha Silk, the Silk Canvas primer. This one is newest of all these primers that I just mentioned, but I really like it. I see what the hype is all about comparing these two guys. I feel like it is really comparable, but this one, I don't know, it just does a little bit better, and for some reason I find that I don't get as oily, you know, as the day goes on. With the e.l.f., I tend to get more oily on my T-zone, but not with the Tatcha one. So that's something that I wanted to point out. But again, super nice primer. I wear it all on my face. I don't like spot prime. I just put it all over my face and I'm good to go. Alrighty friends, now let's move on to setting powders. I'm going to mention only one from the drugstore, and the other ones are really high-end. I don't know, from the drugstore, it's really tricky to find a good setting powder. Although I'm going to mention my Maybelline setting powder. It comes with a packaging like this one, like the Huda. I find them really comparable. But I have medium, and I find that that one is too dark for me. So I really want to try light and then, you know, see if I really like it. But whenever I wear medium, like I like it, I just cannot wear it underneath my eyes because it dulls them too much. But anyways, the Maybelline in the packaging, the square packaging like this, is really good option from the drugstore. But the one that I really wanted to mention is this one by e.l.f. It is the Soft Luminance setting powder. So this is a powder that has a little bit of, you know, like sheen. It's nothing too crazy. It's not gonna make you, you know, a grease ball or anything like that, or a disco ball. It's just really nice altogether to set all over my face. So whenever I wear it, I find that I don't look extra dewy, extra matte. It's just like something natural, like healthy. So I really like that e.l.f. powder. And because I already showed you one that was coming, let's talk about the Huda. I wear the shade Banana Bread, and this is her Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. The only thing I have to say about this guy is that it smells so strong, and every time I put it on, I have to like, I don't breathe, and then it goes away in like, I don't know, like 30 seconds or so. But I love the finish of it. I love how it says my under eyes. I find that I don't crease as much whenever I use that powder. And I've said this in my videos, I don't really like to bake, so I don't really put a ton of powder underneath my eyes or anywhere else, to be exact. but that guy I just lightly said I like to use, you know, like really fluffy brushes like these, and just like lightly set, and then that'll be it. So this Huda powder is super nice. I really like it. Another great powder is the Pretty Vulgar. This is the translucent setting powder. This is the matte setting powder from them. Whenever I use this guy, I just find that my makeup looks really nice, and you know, like my pores aren't as visible. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a great powder altogether. I decided to purchase the travel size. It comes with a setting spray, like a little bottle, and this one, because I have so many powders, I didn't want to, you know, buy the bigger one, but I really like that powder, and I wanted to make sure that I mention it because I used it non-stop for like 4 months whenever I bought it at the beginning of the year. So I think that's a great powder from Pretty Vulgar. Alrighty friends, now moving on to my Hourglass, what's this, the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Again, it's really hard to describe powders. I just wanted to show you like my favorite ones. This one, it looks really nice underneath my eyes. It just, you know, it looks really seamless actually underneath my eyes. I love it the most. I find that this powder is super finely milled. It's just like, I don't know, if you can only touch it, it goes to nothing. So, and it doesn't have color to it, it doesn't have a tint. So I really like this one to set all over my face. And I usually, the powders that I'm mentioning, if I didn't say this before, I just use it for all over my face. I don't like to use one underneath my eyes and one for the rest of my face. That's just not me. I don't have time to be messing around with that many products. So that guy is super stunning on the skin, and I wanted to mention it. The next guy I wanted to mention is this one by my dearest friend Charlotte Tilbury. I love her products though. This one is her Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Medium. Same thing, super finely milled. Whenever you put it on, if you get pores, you just want to do a really light dusting of it, and I'll go like this underneath my eyes and then just sweep it like this. That's it. That's all you need, to be honest, and you're good to go. So this is gonna last me, I don't know, a good while because I've been using it and I haven't made a dent. So again, I use the shade Medium and I really like it. I wouldn't really set all over my face. It's more like a finishing kind of powder, you know, those Hourglasses, Iluminatting kind of powders. That's how I feel about this guy. So I use it for when I'm finished with all my makeup and I just feel like, okay, maybe I can use a little bit more, then I'll just go, you know, like this with this. You got what I mean. And then last but not least is my Khujand Natural Lighting Powder. You guys, okay, this is the powder that I'm wearing right now. And whenever I put this guy on, I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel flawless. I feel like my makeup just looks the best. It is also super lightweight. This one has a little bit of a tint, but it's nothing. Let's see if we do a swatch. If anything is gonna show. Yeah, so you see, has a little bit of a tint, but you will do, you know, it just melts. It disappears on your skin. It's like even more finely melt than the Hourglass. This one is really nice, and now that I look at it closely, has tiny reflective things. Nothing noticeable because this is the first time I see it because I've never looked at it up close. But as I said, I'm wearing it on my skin today, and that's like, since I discovered that guy, that's been like my go-to whenever I want to look really nice. That's a pricey powder, so I don't want to waste it, and I use it really sparingly. Alrighty friends, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. These were all my most used favorite primers and powders of 2019. This is a wrap. 2019 is almost finished. Please do leave me comments down below. Let me know which ones were your favorite. I would love to know, and I would love to get an excuse to buy more makeup and try new things, because why not? Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. It helps me a lot, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Bye!